Good morning, Carol Bowden here. I've chosen Psalm 121 this morning. And this psalm will always remind me of my first mission trip last July to Guatemala. It was a psalm that was prayed over me going out, and it's a psalm I often recited when I was out there. And the thought of my first mission trip stretched ahead of me like a huge white knuckle ride. And despite the many well-intentioned people saying, "Oh, Carol, you'll be changed, you won't be the same," I wasn't entirely convinced, let me tell you. So I needed all the help I could get, God's help. And verse 1 says this: "So I lifted my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And my help came from the Lord when my journey started at Lime Street Station, getting onto the train with a humongous backpack. I think it was 192 pounds. I could barely stand up. And he gave me that help to get on the train, to get off the train at Euston, to get 2 tubes to Heathrow Airport. And as it says in verse 3, he did not let my foot slip." So I arrived at Mexico Airport to meet the rest of the team, only to find out that our flight was apparently overbooked, even though we pre-booked the seats, and we had 14 hours of leisure at Mexico City Airport. Not ideal. And perhaps less ideal and unwisely, I reread the official government site for Guatemala. It was not good reading, let me tell you that. But in verse 7, it says of this psalm, it says, "The Lord will keep me from all harm." And 3 times in this psalm, it says that he will watch over you. And I found that to be a reality. God is never off duty. He never slumbers nor sleeps, and is never taken by surprise. COVID-19 did not take God by surprise. And he watched over me one night when I woke up with some kind of a bug and was pretty ill, and spent the night in the bathroom. But I wasn't alone. He was watching over me. And as morning dawned, it dawned on me I was meant to speak to a group of women that day. How could I do it? I cried out for God's help. Only his help could get me through this. So eventually we got into a Land Rover. We drove 2 hours into the jungle, and I did speak. With God's help, I spoke to a group of 30 women in an overcrowded, overheated, small classroom with no aircon. So God watched my going out and my coming back, and I was never so glad to hear Scouse voices on the train from Euston back to Liverpool. I did it only with God's help. Your journey hasn't been to Guatemala, although it may have seemed that way, as you found yourself in a place where the scenery and the landscape has completely changed because of COVID-19. And we're doing things, aren't we, that we would never have dreamed of. Shopping in a mask, with a mask on, the social distancing, and even washing our hands to the tune of Happy Birthday. But all the way, God has been watching us. He's been your help and mine. And if you've been struggling with stuff, if you're finding this new way of life challenging for whatever reason, family situation, financial, job, health, this is the psalm for you, because God is your help. He is your help. He will not let your foot slip, and he watches over you, not just today, for your comings and goings today, but into all eternity, forever. God bless you.